I just had to do something real quick because you're asking really good questions, um, and so I figured, what the hell? I'm gonna kind of document this because why not? Is that okay?
Okay.
All right, so let's back up. What was the first question you asked me?
Why they weren't helping you?
Which who?
Whoever is supposed to help you when somebody breaks into your house and does all that kind of crap.
Oh, you mean like the armed response company that I had on the place with
Yeah. You had no phones and
with
everything.
all of the motion detection and video, and oh, that had police and my landlord and other people in there, but they claimed they were never there, even though I had video of it. Um, and then the armed police response on top of the armed response, because like allegedly the alarms never went off,
Right.
yet the door was wide open, and the alarm was still active. So with the door open, with the alarm active and on, it should have gone off within, like, 30 seconds. And it never appeared to be forced entry because someone was picking the lock. That's why I had the lock changed several times, and that didn't correct it either. And I even had people come out and check all the wiring and stuff, and it, the alarm worked. Clearly it worked. Whenever I ran tests, they answered on the tests, and they called on the tests, and I gave the password, so it worked. Um, and the video footage clearly showed stuff, but they never sent anybody to fingerprint. They never sent any toxicologists. And when police came, they would never enter the place. They'd just go, yeah, it smells bad, and we'll send someone out. But they never entered when I was there. There were also times I came there and police were already out and letting me know that they had removed some evidence because someone had alleged something. Um, he was never given a receipt for the evidence. And they even came out one time and pulled video evidence. They did come one time and pulled video evidence and never heard anything back on that. So all of the stuff, even times where I was called and told that cases were going to court, by the time they got to court, I was removed from the witness list, and the cases were either settled, and I heard afterwards they were settled, like people were sent to jail, like on some of my car stuff, but I was never able to recover the cars.
So what do they do? They think they went to a chop shop or something?
Don't know. Never got those answers. Just that the car was recovered, and I could go pick it up at this impound thing. But there was like this much in impound. They wouldn't get me a release for impound. I'd have to go to court and sue to get it. But then when I get the case number, I'd get robbed, and then I couldn't find the detective's name and the case numbers. And trying to call back without that, it's just been ridiculous. See, as much as they keep me buried, I can't dig to get the answers I need. Until I can get to a level playing field and get in front of a computer and have access to a regular phone and get back to some of my master databases and unlock some other stuff that I have archived all over the place. I can't get my fingertips on a lot of this, and in the meantime, they managed to get everything removed from my storage units, because when you're robbed this many times, it doesn't matter how much money you get in a month, if you can't get to the other side of town with cash in your pocket to pay or do it via credit cards, you're kind of fucked. So the only assets I have are the assets that are in that red wagon. And those are replaced several times a month because I don't even know how many red wagons I've had. I know I've lost 52 bikes alone, and the bikes, average bike I've had has been, between 1 to 2,000 on the low end, as high as
Yeah, those are
15,000.
nice bikes.
They're not cheap fucking bikes. None of my shit is cheap. As one public pretender said to me, "You have a lot of stuff for a homeless person." Oh, really? Maybe because I'm not really homeless, you fuckwad. Maybe because I really am worth a lot of money, and maybe because I really have done the shit I said I've done. So maybe that's why people keep sending me money when I make phone calls. Because they either owe it to me or because it's my money. Huh? Go finger. I'm the only guy I know who can walk into public places, put down a thumbprint, and get money back on the other side of the counter without an ID. I don't know anybody else who can do that. Do anybody can do that?
Yeah. Nope.
Or can walk into a federal building and get handed, you know, stuff I can take somewhere else and turn into cash immediately. Yeah. But, you know, I'm just some crackhead homeless guy who's lost his mind. Right. Uh-huh. And then I woke up.
So you only
Pardon?
became homeless once they dumped all that crap in your house.
Well, yeah, it was such a fucking toxic waste dump I couldn't hardly fucking breathe in there. I was dying. Shit, I can't even have a homeless person pull a cup out of a trash can and sit next to me without me wanting to hurl. I'm that sensitive to toxic bullshit. See, they're hoping if the homeless don't kill me, the toxins on the street will kill me. And if that doesn't kill me, maybe I'll do something to kill myself. But so far, none of that's worked for their best interest. It's just getting me more pissed off. And more ready to crawl up some asses. And with a size 14 shoe coming up their ass, I guarantee it'll cover up, yeah, knock their fucking rib cage open. I'm pissed. I'm tired of people jerking my chain. And by the way, I am carrying a million reasons why they shouldn't tonight, because if they do, I'm going to light them up like a motherfucking Christmas tree. I'm not playing anymore. I'm done with this shit. Tired of cops not doing their fucking job, or the job they're doing is so fucking corrupt they shouldn't be doing it anyway. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of federal people who, yeah, make promises or tell me to be quiet because somebody in the White House has got a hard on about something. I don't really give a fuck anymore. I just don't.
I don't blame you.
It's
Time
just,
for him to leave you alone.
well, that should have happened about 5 decades ago. We're long past that stage. No, we're long past that stage. And now it's time for retribution. It's payback time. I'm cashing in. These guys owe me a lot of fucking back pay. And I expect every fucking nickel of it. And I'm going to get it.
I hope so.
Oh no, I'm going to get it. There's not a doubt in my mind I'm going to get it. I'm going to have to employ some other professional to do some things I need done. No, I don't have to have my fingerprints on it when it's done. I just have to get it when it's done. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't give a shit if I have to have somebody hack the U.S. Treasury and I have to bankrupt the economy. I am going to be paid what this fucking government owes me, every fucking wooden nickel. With back pay and interest. Oh, and I have people breaking out the numbers. It's going to be big. It's not a small number. It will be in the trillions.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, hey, it was in the billions back in '99.
That's true.
So, do the math. With interest. Oh, and there's also punitive and, you know, pain and suffering and collection. I have to pay people to do this job. But, you know, when it's done and I have the money and they're on broke ass mountain and they need a loan, maybe they can come back and talk to me. But they're not getting a nickel back until it's all in writing, including confessions. But, you know, if they go collect the money from the terrorists who have been running government for the last 50 years, they could offset that debt anyway, which they should do. So if they really want their money back, that's how they should collect it, not from me. What I'm taking is mine anyway.
Tomorrow's my 4th day, 4 12-hour days.
Sorry to hear that. It's a lot of working, girl.
Yeah, I know.
My
Girls
days
not
are
getting any
usually about
overtime.
3 to 5 days long.
Yeah.
I try not to do too many of those in a row. You know, no more than 10 of those in a row.
There you go. Yeah, but I got,
Did you hear what I said?
We'll be having time off.
Did you hear what I said?
That you shouldn't be doing that.
Did you hear what I said?
No.
That my average day is 3 to 5 days.
Right.
And I try to not do more than 10 of them in a row.
You don't sleep. I know that.
Well, how can you sleep when you got all these fucking crabs up your ass?
Yeah, I wouldn't sleep either. But you never have.
Well, I do occasionally. I try to sleep, you know, like 5 or 6 times a year.
And your little cat nap.
Yeah, my little cat naps. Yes, that's it. He's purring now. Leave him alone. He'll be back up in a few minutes. And you can get the string out again. Oh my God. You know, there's part of me that wants to say Bill is right. And on a lot of things he usually is. And there's part of me that says, on this one, I got to play this one out the way my gut instinct is telling me. Not the way Bill's instinct is reading, because Bill's instinct is from a much more normalized world. And I'm not in a normal world right now. Does that make sense?
Right. It does make sense, because I can see it both ways.
I mean...
I can see where you should... I can see it both ways. I see where you should just kind of find somewhere to go, get all this stuff together so you can present it all at once, you know, do your book and just bam, have it out.
But there's also the part, there's the footwork of shit that's got to happen before that shit comes out to have all the ducks in a row. Like the surgery, the passport, you know, the complaints with internal affairs, the stuff the State Department wants.
Some minor details.
You know, and stuff I haven't even disclosed. Because there's stuff also Kurt wants. Like some people's hat on a fucking pogo stick. And part of me says I want to do that before the surgery, because after the surgery, their odds of survival are a lot less than they are now. So it's better I find them now, because if they're meant to survive, they will. Because if I'm feeling a lot better, I'm not sure I'll give them a chance to survive, quite honestly. I'm pissed. Some of these people have violated me enough times that I personally want to see them take their last breath. Is that wrong?
That's not good. That's wrong.
Why is that wrong?
Well, it just doesn't sound good.
Well, but they're a menace to society, and even the cops are afraid to touch these fuckers.
Oh, that's bad. But if the cops are afraid to touch them, what are they going to do to you?
Better question, what am I capable to do to them? I'm not the one who should be worried here. See, I also have some Navy SEALs dropping down to the beach that DOD's sending to me tomorrow morning. I'll have them. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm also having DOD pulling me a concealed weapon permit and getting me a concealed weapon.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm pulling out all the stops. My concealed weapon, though, I don't have to be anywhere close to get you with it. Somewhere within a mile or two. It's gonna have a scope. I'm walking away clean. Pardon?
That sounds so crazy.
Well, I want you to think back of all the shit I've been through from the last 2 to 5 years that you've even been aware of alone. And why does that sound crazy?
So it's the same people that's doing it.
Pardon?
So it's the same people that are doing it.
Some of them are part of a same collective cell. It's not a one or two people are doing it. It's a cell.
Well, that's what I meant. Group. Yeah.
Some of them are undercover feds. Some of them are undercover cops. Some of them are Illuminati. Some of them are gang members. It's a collage. I got a whole clusterfuck of them. There's a list of 50 or 100 that are on the top get off my fucking street list right now. If I see you, you better hope they catch you before I do. And they know who they are. They absolutely know who they are. It won't be a surprise when it happens. Not to them, not to the cops, not to anybody. If it is, then they're dumber than bricks. Remember, I'm the guy who doesn't like weapons at all.
Yeah.
So for me to even be
why.
thinking of carrying one, it's gotten pretty dicey.
Yeah, because I will say I don't like guns.
When have I ever carried a gun?
I've never seen one.
Never. Of course, I've never needed one either. But I'm at a point now where I actually may need one.
I hope not, but
Well, the request has already been put in. One for quick breakdown and assembly, and one that's just handheld, ready to pull and pull. With laser scope. So I don't even have to think I missed.
know for a fact that you didn't.
Hammer me, what's it gonna be? Story has always been the same.
Not you.
I'm on a mission. And they're the ones who put me on this mission. I didn't ask for it. Well, I was on a mission before their mission, but they've added to the mission.
Yeah.
A lot of fucking luggage, I might add. Well, I'm glad I was able to get you because this was getting fucking ridiculous. Every time I get a new phone where you can communicate, somebody's grabbing the phone.
Oh, I know.
I mean, how many phones have I gone through? I've lost count. I think 250, maybe 300 phones in the past year.
I know. There's been a lot of them.
Pardon?
And then I tried to talk to you. I said, then I tried to call you just like on my way home from work so I don't wake Phil up.
You can also call before you go.
I've tried it a couple of times. I usually, by the time I get up and get ready for work and out the door,
It's what?
sometimes I get up earlier. Sometimes I get up
You
early.
can always call on the way to work.
I tried that a couple of times.
Well, if I'm busy or my phones are dead,
I know.
you know, there are variables. Trying to find somewhere where I can sit for 6 to 10 hours to charge shit Because none of the shit charges quickly anymore. Have you noticed?
I noticed that.
It takes fucking hours to charge shit nowadays.
Um,
And with
that's
these
why I
backup
just leave them on
chargers,
the
these backup
internet.
chargers take 6 to 10 hours to bring them to full life. And it's hard to find anywhere where I can charge for hours on end unless I go sit at the library all day, which, that makes me a sitting target. I try to find spots at night in the dark where I can tap into power and charge.
Can you use the computers at the library?
What?
Can you use the computers at the library?
Yeah, I can, but I
Like
try
to
not
do
to
stuff?
do that much because again, I don't want to. I want to show a pattern.
Oh, okay.
I try not to use even my phones in the same areas too much. Again, patterns. If I'm not taping or singing or talking, the phones are usually off, just so I'm off radar. So if you give me windows you might call, I can try and make sure they're on if I can. But I don't know what windows you get up in the morning that would be my windows.
Yeah, our time zones are kind of off.
Well,
By
but
the
I
time
can
it's after
subtract
work.
by 3, but I don't know what your windows are in the morning. I don't know what time you get up. I don't know what time you head to work. I don't know that information.
Yeah, I try to get up about 8 or 9 and get in the shower and get ready for work and out the door.
So what time would you be calling? What window?
Between 11 and 11:15, or quarter to 11 and a quarter after 11 in the morning.
To what time? 11 and noon?
Between a quarter to 11 and a quarter after 11.
Oh, so a 30-minute window.
Yeah.
Quarter to 11, noon, 9. So between like 7:45 to 8:15 my time.
Something like that, yeah.
All right, I'll try and make sure I save some power and power up in that window.
But after work, I get off at midnight. That's usually the best time.
Yeah, sometimes when you're calling at night at 9, I'm in the middle of stuff and it's not a time I can talk.
Oh, okay.
So if I'm in the middle of stuff or taping, I don't interrupt the taping when I'm in the middle of something.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because life's in motion.
I just like to, check in once in a while. Doesn't have to be every day. Just I try to watch this. If I know you're uploading and I see stuff that you've uploaded, I know you're still okay. Because
Well,
you
and I'm
uploaded that
trying
day.
to do regular uploads. They're not usually uploaded from the same day they're shot. Sometimes they're a day or two later.
No, but at least I know that you uploaded on that day.
Have you found out a way to see the geotags or not?
I still can. I'm still working it, but I'm going to have to ask somebody how to do geotags.
I think you have to do it from a computer. I don't think you can do it on a phone.
Okay, maybe that's why I can't find it.
Yeah, try it on YouTube on a computer and see if you can find, because there should be an upload date, but then there should be original shoot date and
And then I tried the next one, and I'm like, oh shit, now I can't find that one.
what, the video?
You said they don't keep running water in it.
Yeah. Yes, and I get to sleep with backed up sewage. God, LAPD. I still want to get my shit back from them. And last go around alone, that's over 30 grand worth of stuff right there. Oh, God, I lose more money in a month than people make in a year. Pardon?
I thought they were supposed to give that stuff back. You fill out paperwork.
They said it's not there despite the paperwork. And they're the ones who filled out the paperwork. And even the paperwork was inaccurate. But even the stuff that was on paperwork, they didn't give me back. They said they had none of it. That I came in with
When they
nothing.
That's crazy. Somebody took you in, you had a bicycle. I seen it. It was on the video.
Yep. Yep, had a bicycle, had a backpack, a big, an army backpack that was filled with a
A
tent.
nice one.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a 4-foot long one. Had a basket on the bike. It was a brand new race bike. Just got the, hey, my new passport. They got that too.
Yep.
That's why the State Department wants Santa Monica and LAP to start answering for this shit. Because they also got a lot of fucking intel. When they took 3 of my fucking phones and got, let me think there, 100 and all the sims. Yeah, they got about 1/4 of a terabyte worth of data on that hit.
Damn.
When I think of all the footage I've lost, just lost footage alone, terabytes worth of lost footage, I'm thinking that's probably near 100 terabytes already.
Wow.
I mean, that's more footage than Disney puts out in a year.
Yeah.
And I don't even shoot everything. I just shoot certain stuff. Imagine, I must have a lot of certain stuff going on. Because God knows the stuff I put up usually has stuff going on in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, usually.
Usually. I mean, there's some that are just random stuff.
Some of them are pretty random.
But you gotta have some
Hanging
random.
in newspaper.
Sometimes it's okay to have some random moments. Everybody else gets to have random moments, why can't I?
There you go.
Yes. It was my random moment, daydream believing that I was back on planet Earth. But then I realized I'm still in somebody's anus. Oh, God. This gets tiring, kiddo. This is a lot of work.
Yeah.
And I don't like
Oh,
working.
my darling. I really need to go to bed.
Ooh, I love when you talk dirty.
I know, I'm sorry. I gotta be back up and work in
Do
the
you
morning.
want to take me with you?
Sure.
Okay, take me with you. And I'll be there.
Oh, I gotta go to bed so I get up and do it all over again in the morning.
You've already done this before. You'll do it. It'll be fine.
Yep.
All right.
As you, just one day after the next.
All right. Be blessed. You'll find this archive of our conversation in a live broadcast because I've been broadcasting it live on YouTube while we've been talking.
Oh, okay.
So that's where you'll find this archive. Should you want to revisit it?
You goofball. All right.
All right. Have a good night.
Stay safe.
Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye.
Good night, guys.